Well, it's 6 after 9, and are we on? We're rolling?
Are we rolling?
Yeah, 6
oh,
after
Christ.
9.
Don't
I heard Glenn come in, but he's just... he's slow and everything. The start time was 9 o'clock. Was the start time at 9 o'clock?
I remember a text. Let's look at the text chain here.
Welcome to the podcast, David. This is what it's like.
Wait. We have a special.
Oh, David wants to do. David wants to do a reveal. Here you go.
We're not rolling yet.
Yo, yes, we are.
Come on.
We're always. Go back and do a spin.
It's not,
Let him do his thing.
Organic. You have to set me up.
Okay,
All bits have
turn
to be
around.
set up. You can't.
Turn around.
All right, turn around.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Glenn will be joining us whenever he fucking feels like it.
Yeah, wait a second. Hold
Charlie
on.
is here and Meg is here on time.
Oh, we starting early?
Oh,
We're starting early.
here comes Glenn full of piss and vinegar because he's
here
late.
we go.
Because he's late.
Hey, Meg, what time was call time?
I look, I don't want to get involved.
You're the producer. What was call time? Amara, what was call time?
You know what?
Yeah.
Hang on. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, when we say 9, we show up around 9. We were all here around 9.
I showed up, 1 minute after my call time.
But before we totally make this about you, I've noticed there's another person in this space.
I was trying to give him his due, but Glenn walked in and ruined it.
Well, that's
Late,
no, you
late,
guys
of course.
did that.
All right, let's start
Of
over.
course.
Oh, welcome to the podcast,
Welcome to the
everybody.
podcast,
That's your line now.
everybody.
Yeah. You do it.
We've got a very special guest in the studio today.
Oh,
There's
He's
someone
used
here.
to this kind of bickering because he's known us for 20 years.
Now, if you're listening, you can't see his face. If you're watching, you
also
can't
can't
see his face because he is turned the other way. Ladies and gentlemen,
If you haven't guessed by his strawberry blonde curls and his
Ladies and
slumped
gentlemen,
shoulders,
Sandy Duncan.
Sandy Duncan in the studio.
My real name.
David
Hornsby.
I'm so sorry. I didn't.
He
I
did a
didn't.
nice
I
spin
honestly thought
for
it
the
was Sandy
listener.
Duncan.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I get that a lot. But, and Sandy Duncan's gone gray, so that makes sense, too, because in the back, it's very
We're
for
in
you
a place where people don't know who Sandy Duncan is anymore.
I
I
was
guess.
just about to say,
that's an old
for
joke.
you listeners and watchers out there, you're probably going to have to look up Sandy Duncan.
Yeah.
What was she most famous for? Besides
The
playing
Hogan
Peter
family.
The Hogan
family.
family.
Peter Pan.
Right.
Right?
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Peter Pan,
Yeah.
Peter Pan. Broadway star, but really the Hogan. She was brought into America's living room by the Hogan.
She was a
By the Hogan
replacement,
family.
right?
Yeah, for Valerie Harper.
She have a glass
People
eye.
don't know what that is either. I mean, but most people don't know what we're talking about.
She got a glass eye.
Yeah.
She had a glass eye, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
Sandy
Do we all
Duncan had a
know
glass
someone
eye?
with a glass eye, though? Like, does everyone have someone that they know from their hometown that's like, oh, yeah, they had a glass
Yeah,
eye?
my uncle.
I do. Do
My
you?
uncle has one. But how often was it glass, or how often was it a lazy or wandering eye that kids assumed was a glass?
Was
eye?
glass
Yeah.
because why wouldn't it move?
Yeah, or
why does it move at a
was
different
it
rate?
aimed a different way?
Yeah, sometimes the eye moves at a slightly different rate. Like one moves and then the other one has to
Like
catch up.
Chunk's ears from Goonies. They just
But
like minds
another
of their
reference
own.
that no one will get.
Yeah.
What a disturbing choice in that movie to be like, I think we're gonna make the ears just wiggle to just terrify kids for.
Yep.
Anyway, David's here.
What's up, buddy?
Hey,
Good to
yeah,
see
good
ya.
to be here. Good to be here. Nothing
Yeah.
worse than a podcast on video.
Are you in full hair and makeup today?
No hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, you look great.
Ran a brush through it. And,
Yeah,
you know.
it's brushed.
But
and
you've been
had
hitting the
a-
dermatologist. Your skin looks fantastic.
No, nothing.
No?
Nothing. Just, wake up and just live with terror and fear most
that's-
days.
Yeah.
Some
a
sort
lot
of
of anger. And it just, I don't know, maybe it just kind of comes to the surface.
Okay.
It doesn't
seems
come
like
through.
there's
The anger doesn't come through.
Oh, good. Oh, well.
I actually don't think you're an angry person. You know, you can get angry, but I don't think you run hot.
Right.
there's a level of anger underneath it. I've often said that I think a lot of comedy comes from anger. I don't think that's the case with every comedian, but
Tell you what, if you don't have any anger, I don't trust you at all. You know what I mean? Like, if
I'm
you-
suspicious if you're too nice.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
I've definitely
Yeah.
had
You-
that
and you
before.
have that Southern reserve, the Texas, like you're holding back, and I get that from time to time.
It's the boots. The boots, they contain you. You know what I mean?
yeah, that
really,
that,
wow.
You're not wearing boots.
No, I never
wearing
wore
boots
boots.
today.
I never wore boots.
You're wearing a high top sneaker, which is the boot of sneakers.
The boot
Right?
of sneakers.
I believe it is.
Charlie, you dressed up for this today.
I wore a little sport coat for David and
Hey, nice.
some ratty jeans and my t-shirt with the banana on it. That's the Velvet Underground. And
Now,
Lou Reed,
did
another
these-
thing that nobody knows.
yeah,
Oh, no,
sure.
People know Lou Reed,
Yeah.
right?
Now, did these pants tear naturally, or
This is a natural knee tear.
Yeah, because the rest of the jean looks
It's
pristine.
falling apart. If you look closely at the podcast, I have worn them most every episode, and as I tend to do.
I blew the crotch out of these. I had to get it fixed.
Oh man, and I love
Blew the
those
crotch
jeans.
right out.
Did you tell the tailor that?
We saw Chad Coleman this weekend at Comic-Con.
yeah.
Yes, we gotta have
yeah.
Chad.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We gotta
He's the
have
best.
Chad on the pod.
Gotta have
so
Chad
good.
on the podcast.
Yeah, but for now we have
That's-
David.
We have David. Let's
Okay,
talk
all
about
right.
other guests.
We really
Wow.
should get
Yes,
Chad.
we have.
It would be
We
so
really
good.
should
It'd be
get
so
Chad.
much better if
good.
we
You gotta
had
book him.
Chad.
Chad's
Let's
great.
book
But
him
we
right
got
now.
David.
Book him right now. I was actually remembering with Chad a moment from one of the episodes where he does the jean shorts. Where he talks about the jeans, the Let's Get Weird one, where you guys were all over at the party. And,
Gotta take them off every now and then.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
were rehearsing, and I remember he didn't notice
No.
for some reason there was a monologue,
Yes.
that Gene monologue. And I was, when I saw him at Comic-Con, I was like, do you remember that, like, the last time I saw you, I feel like I was like, oh, and you got that funny Gene monologue. He's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you have a monologue like right here. It's in the scene that we're rehearsing. He's like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. I gotta go remember
Which is
this.
also not like Chad at all. Like he's like a theater actor. He like comes prepared, like sometimes over prepared,
Yeah.
I would argue. And he was.
No,
like,
I feel like
"Oh,
it's more
shit."
like us. Like whatever department was in charge of sending him his materials, probably like.
Oh, really?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but either way, it's just like he memorized it right before we did it, and it's in the canon now.
I used to have some jean shorts like that too. Just slept in them shits, man. Eventually, I blew the crotch out them things. But you can't wear them every day and expect for them to hold up. That's some nice ass denim too. I miss them shorts. But you gotta take them off every now and then. You gotta take them off, son.
And you know what? It was better because sometimes like I remember, I think Chad, because he didn't do a lot of comedy before he started working with us, like was a little nervous about it, and he would like really prepare for it. You know, we because he was in Boldly Going Nowhere, which was a
With
pilot that we
David
did
Hornsby.
with David Hornsby, and you know, so it was kind of nice to see him slightly unprepared because then he was able to just kind of like follow his comedic instincts, which I think.
But that's an
ended up
actor's
being better.
nightmare, right? When you show up and you're like, oh, you have a
100%.
monologue. You don't
Yeah.
know that?
That's a
Speaking of
literal
Boldly Going
nightmare.
Nowhere and always looking for content. And I don't know that other podcasts have done things like this, but why don't we just put Boldly Going Nowhere out on the podcast and have people watch it?
It
David's
might
so
be on
funny.
YouTube.
Really?
No,
I don't know.
think
Is it not? Yeah. The biggest
don't
problem
think
with
so.
Do you own
my
it?
biggest
I
issue
mean-
with Boldly Going Nowhere is the sound. Because
That's- I
like
can't remember.
we did a sound
would
mix,
never
and for
notice
some
that.
reason the final sound mix, the
The score was like
score
mixed
was-
too low.
yeah, it was like you almost can't hear the score. So there's like scenes of like just dead quiet, like just dead air. And we literally added in because it was a spaceship. We thought like it sounded too quiet when it was quiet, so we added like a
Like a hum, yeah, sure.
there's like a underneath
So you can hear
everything.
that. So everything sounds vacuous.
yeah, everything sounds vacuous. Yeah.
Nothing's better for comedy than vacuous.
So I finally got a new mattress in my room. Oh my God, you would not believe the rigmarole I had to go through to get that thing, but it's really helping with my back problems. Oh, Tracy, I miss sleeping next to you. Don't you just want to grab each other and just be wild and just roll around together?
That's three easy payments. 3 easy payments of $2,633.
How are the kids? Can you hear me? I feel like you can't hear me.
Yeah, kids.
Oh, did they get that picture I sent of me posing with the blaster?
Let's just look at how
Hey, where's the money?
independent.
I sent the money. Are you not getting the money?
And it's not enough, Lance. The kids need more.
It's not enough. It's practically everything I'm making up here.
The other dads send more money.
Well, I'm trying to send as much as I can. I mean, I need a little money to survive.
Okay, well, you're letting the kids down, so
Tricolor.
Where are the kids? I want to say hi to those little rugrats.
I don't know where they. Okay, well, but real good then. Okay, sweet.
Shimmered.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that?
What was what?
There was a gentleman in a towel that walked by.
Uh-oh, hon. Oh, I think I got a weird connection. I'm probably going behind some kind of a moon.
Moon? Are we? Oh, can you not hear me?
Briggs,
Yeah.
looks like we gotta go let that inspector guy on board after all, so.
Oh, okay. Babe, we gotta go. Oh, she's gone.
Come on.
Must have had a bad connection. Are we going around a moon?
No, there's no moons where we are, Brigsby.
Why is she always cutting out?
Listen, right this way, sir. This is the ship's temporary holding facility where we house the various perpetrators we have on board.
What are these people being held for exactly?
Well, you know, leaving your clothes laying around for somebody else to trip on, disagreeing with the captain, being a punk-ass bitch, that kind of thing.
All I was doing was just chewing gum.
Yeah! But you was smacking it and driving everybody crazy, being all loud.
I say we've made a couple of pilots.
Maybe.
And nobody's ever seen them. And maybe that's good. But maybe we put them out there and see what the people think.
Well, I'll tell you who doesn't swing and miss much. Oh, fuck, I just swung.
I swang and I
just
missed.
swinging it and missing it right in the middle of my sentence. Fuck it, forget it. I was just trying to spit it back to David, man. Let's go. All right, part of the
Well, I
problem
was talking
here,
about Boldly Going Nowhere because David's so great in it. But there's another show he's also great in.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Mystic Quest. Look, I brought some things in case.
Okay,
you know, we got in a lull.
Oh, you brought a topics. You brought a stack of
that's
topics.
good.
You brought note cards.
David, are you trying to take my job?
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to do this yet.
You can have it.
I mean,
Well,
Christ,
just in case if we hit a lull, I have you know, it's like things that I thought I might say that I had prepped for my own like TED talk. If you ever you know, if you
Would
get
you like
asked.
to say one?
Well, I can if it gets in a lull.
Okay,
so.
well then let me try to unlull it. So hang on to those cards.
I don't know. I kind of feel like we're in a nosedive, but
you know what? We'll just put a vacuous sound underneath all of them.
We should do that.
I want to take you guys to 1997.
Oh, take me there, baby.
I don't know.
It's Western Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I've signed up for a summer theater festival. There's a young man there at that theater festival. His name is David Tiberius Hornsby.
Close enough.
What is your middle name?
Alan.
Oh yeah, that's right. David Allen Hornsby. Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, David Allen grew.
I did want to change it at one point to Kirk when I was a kid after Kirk Cameron.
That's
and
right.
I did. My mom said, I'm thinking about changing your name because we just kind of named you, and I'm thinking we should name you after your grandfather.
We just kind of named.
We just kind of like threw it out.
We didn't put a lot of thought into it.
We
We saw you and we were like,
really whiffed on this one. We whiffed.
We whiffed.
I'm not
No, it was
getting anything.
Yeah, like 10 or something. I don't, somewhere around there. And I was like, oh, well, actually, this is perfect because I'm thinking about changing it to Kirk. Would that be cool? And why Kirk? Like, because he is the coolest. Kirk Cameron on Growing Pains was the coolest. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
But,
He took a little bit of a right turn.
Yeah. Right. Very right.
a very right turn. Yeah. Yeah. A very self-righteous turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I don't want you to confuse that moment for a lull. Let's get back into this.
Okay, so the year is 1997. David Hornsby has been cast, as has Charlie Day, in a little play called Johnny on the Spot.
Oh yeah.
Who was Johnny?
Neither of us are Johnny. So at this
somebody else got Johnny.
Scott
yeah,
Wolf.
yeah, we weren't even the
Scott
spot.
Wolf. That was
Scott Wolf got Johnny.
Wolf's year. That was
Yeah,
Scott Wolf's year.
Scott Wolf was up there that year.
Yeah. Sure.
But no, this was Christopher Reeve's wife was in the play. I forget what her name was. Diane, maybe?
Yeah, Dana.
Dana.
Reeves and
yeah. And Jim Naughton.
Yeah.
Jim Naughton, a famous sort of Broadway actor.
Acting and directing. It always very easy, interesting when you're directing a play that you're also starring in.
Yes, I forgot he was directing it.
Yeah.
And I was like a sign holder or something, like come in and be like, they're really buying signs today or whatever, like one line. And
You were a sign seller.
Yeah, something. Yeah, maybe a sign seller. Yeah, I don't recall. Do you remember what your role was?
Were you in that play?
I sure was, pal.
You sure?
He was the sign seller.
You were not in one of the other plays, and it was like
I was in one of the other plays too, buddy. I was that good. But I was in Johnny on the Spot.
You were on Johnny on the Spot. Do you remember when Paul Newman came by?
I do remember when Paul Newman
Okay, so
came
you were
by.
in it. Okay, because I was during rehearsal. Paul Newman came by.
Fucking slinging salad
Paul
dressing.
Newman told Charlie he had the stuff.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did?
Yeah.
He didn't tell me that.
Wait. Paul Newman told you that you had the
That's
stuff.
a whole other thing. This is
Wait
not
a
my
second.
thing. This is
No.
David's
He
thing.
was talking to the catering person. And they were like, I got the stuff. Here's your applesauce, Mr. Newman.
Yeah.
And Charlie's like, he said I got the stuff.
Yeah.
I
He was
got the
like,
stuff.
fuck, I need a beer. And he's like, anyone got a beer? And he's like, he's got the stuff.
And you're like,
yeah,
I got
Six pack of beer. Here you go, Mr. Newman.
You're gonna be great one day, kid.
Yeah, and he goes,
You got the
thanks.
stuff.
This is Newman's own now. And he took off of my six pack of beer. No, I was in the play, but I had like one line in that play.
Okay.
I had more lines in the play that Paul was at the rehearsal. I don't remember him at the rehearsal. I remember him at the premiere of the show.
I do remember he said someone made a joke or something, and he was talking about like, I thought it was really good, I thought blah blah. He's like, I don't know, it's all Budweiser up here, and we were all like, he's funny too.
He's funny too. He's referencing his functional alcoholism in an amusing way. I'll relate to that in 30 years. But I remember we weren't buddies yet.
You were an admirer.
Yeah, I was an admirer. I was a fan. I was like, here's a talented guy. And I remember picking up we would have these books of compact discs. And you're probably like getting
Case Logic.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows what that is now either.
You're getting psyched up for like the play, listening to your tunes.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. What's
like a boxer
to?
before the match.
Yeah, I'm like, do you mind if I flip through? And it was like, Phantom
loves
of the
me.
Opera, Les Mis, like all these. So I was like, oh, I'm not sure.
Colm Wilkinson solo album.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not
Liz
sure I'm gonna
Calloway
jive
solo
with this guy. And I don't know that we hung out that much that first year.
That probably put you off for a few.
It put me off.
We are not the same.
I was like, oh, he's like one of those guys. And then the next summer, we both auditioned to get in the next sort of level up in the program. And we were in a company together where we're spending like the entire summer together doing sort of like avant-garde theater. And I found out that you were the funniest man on the planet. And I'm thick as thieves ever since then.
That's right. Yeah,
And
that was
it.
25 years ago,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It was a quarter of a century, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fast forward through that quarter of a century to the point where we're making the pilot of Always Sunny, and I was like,
I want to back up a second. I want to tell you about the time I met David.
Okay.
Okay. Did I steal your thunder?
No.
Do you remember the first time you met David? Because I had a
Were
similar
we together?
experience to meeting David as Mary Elizabeth did, and you, which is at first you're like, I don't know about this guy.
I don't remember Mary Elizabeth's. I don't remember what that story is, but okay.
Her point of view is if she didn't know if she liked you
Sure.
first, and I was the same because you seem very persnickety.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
very
not,
specific,
obviously.
Exceptionally, exceptionally fussy.
Can you you're just a little.
Just your hands a little close.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The day I met David, you remember this, David?
I do, yeah.
Was at a taping of a little show called the Louis Guzman Show. It was called Louis.
Oh.
And
you guys
my
met that
friend
day?
Charlie, yes, my friend Charlie was in this pilot. It was on the Fox lot. I had never seen a television show shot before. I thought this would be cool.
You didn't come to that Eddie show?
I was never invited.
I don't think we were friends yet. We weren't friends yet.
No.
Okay.
No. But I think you had a similar experience to me where you were like, I don't know if I'm friends with, I want to be friends with that guy.
With David?
No, with me.
Oh, with you?
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely did not want to be
Definitely.
friends.
No, you were.
But I grew on you. I wore you down. So David, I meet. Oh, you're also friends with Charlie? Oh, great! This is really cool. We're at the taping of the show where they try to keep you excited in a very air conditioned room.
Live audience.
Everybody's laughing. Live audience.
Mm-hmm.
And in between, those who don't know, in between takes or in between scenes, to get the crowd excited, they have a warm up comic.
Right.
And the comic is there to jazz people up and get them laughing. So
Keep the energy going.
Yeah, just it's
Pump up that crowd so
Exactly.
that they can get
That's right.
And so the guy was doing a pretty good job. Everybody's excited. It's going to be a big fun show. And they say, okay, great. Now we're just going to wait for a few minutes and get everything set up. And David says, great. And he takes out a little book that he has.
Big book.
Yeah, a big book. I believe it was the SNL book, was it not? Yeah.
It just come out.
Okay. I thought it was like
great
Charles
behind the
Dickens,
scenes
like
of
A Tale
SNL.
of Two
No.
Cities.
What
you
a
know?
great book. What a great book.
A great book. Fantastic book. David starts reading the book. Now,
Are you sitting next to him?
I'm sitting
I don't remember.
Yeah, near him, next to him,
Yeah,
because I
near.
remember the guy. David just starts reading, and
But
the
he had an
audience-
option to strike up a conversation with his, mutual friend of Charlie Day, or
wasn't the
read
weird-
Nicholas Nickleby.
Yeah, that wasn't the weirdest part. The weirdest part was just being out in public in as a participant in an audience and just popping out a book and reading.
It was downtime, right? Just to be clear, we were sort of between setups, and he was kind of talking to the audience. Who wants candy?
Sure.
Who wants to perform for candy?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, there's
Where it
downtime.
treats us like animals.
Now this stand-up comic is like, hey man, can you put the fucking book away? Like comes up to him and says,
Yeah.
like, can you put the book away?
But by the way, how many people are in this audience? I mean,
100.
100. It's a rather large audience,
Yeah,
right?
But he singled you out because his whole job is to keep the audience focused. And I remember the guy saying, I'm going to get fired. Like, I'm going to get chewed out because my whole job is to get you to focus on what's happening there and not what's happening in the book. Why are you here?
I can't go back to the Laugh Hut receiver. Man. I can't go back. I got a steady gig here, man. They bring me in every Friday.
And I remember David. Now, in that situation, I don't know. I was like, oh shit, like he's getting dressed down. And I remember David's response was, no.
Yeah.
Whoa,
No, I'm not putting
nice.
my book away.
Yeah, you
And I
should
was
have
like,
seen
oh.
it, man.
Well,
Fuck
then the guy was
yeah.
like, dude, just fucking put the book away. And the more he got like aggressive with David, the more David was like, I'm not putting my book away. I'm going to read
Well, he
the book.
said, "Who's
He's
your
like,
friend?" He said, "I said,
my
what are you
friend's in
doing
the
here?"
show.
I'm like, "Well, my friend's in the show. I'm here to see him." He's like, "Who's your friend? What's his name?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you."
Yeah, I'm not telling you. I don't have to tell you anything. I'm like, I'm sitting there watching this. And I'm like, I love this guy. Now I'm like, now I know I want to.
Yeah.
I put my readers back on and I opened my book up. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to David's credit, it is like a 4-hour long.
It is an endeavor.
It's ridiculous.
It's an endeavor.
No, you were the first person that was like, I think, acting on. Well, I don't know at that point, but it was like, oh, this is exciting. One of our friends is on a show. Like, let's go see it. And,
In front of a live studio audience, and you celebrated by reading a book in the middle of it. However, the whole
I still don't think that's weird. I'm like, okay, so you want to read a book in some downtime? I still find it bizarre, and to me, I'd stand up and defend that.
But sorry,
if you go out to dinner with somebody, will you bring a book just in case
No,
the conversation?
but I'm not sitting in 100
when the person goes to the bathroom, you bust your book out.
Is it any different than looking at your phone?
Yeah.
And like
No, it's
scrolling
not.
and reading something?
No, it's not. It's actually better.
Anyway, I was definitely interested in becoming friends with David, although he kept me at arm's length for a while.
Well, because
As
usually
he
when I
does.
meet someone, I'm like, oh, who's this jerk?
Yeah.
I gotta do, it's like that's the first.
Well, but was that because
I gotta deal with someone
that's
new
kind
here.
of your initial feeling about anybody, or like,
Yes.
I gotta figure out who this person is, and I,
Yeah.
What
you
they
know,
want from me.
I've got,
Yeah, they want something from me.
And why is
They want to emotionally connect with me, and I'm not.
and I'm not
I don't
into
need
that.
I don't need that right
Yeah.
now. I got enough.
I need to keep him.
Yeah,
You know, it's like, hey, I'm Rob. I'm like, I got enough going on. What?
That's the first thing out of your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, okay, man. I'm Charlie's friend. I'm like,
I have a life of my own, man.
no, I totally remember that, and it's I don't think it's that bizarre, but it definitely is. It's definitely a sign of character. Certainly, if you were to write a character, you'd be
for sure. It tells you a lot
How can we
about.
tell someone?
But I love
how do you
that.
tell the audience?
How do you
about
tell the
someone?
audience about this character without exposition? Yeah.
And so that was 20 years ago, and I think the lesson we're learning here is that people don't change.
No, absolutely not.
Oh no,
We're all exactly the same. We grow, we learn, we become more wise, but we're pretty much the same people we've always been.
I don't remember. I think the first time I ever saw David Hornsby, I'd heard about David Hornsby, was when we were shooting our Haley Joel Osment, Frankie Muniz mockumentary, and you and Jimmy Simpson played a married couple.
Yeah.
And I remember
Haley's parents.
Well, sorry. It was Haley's parents. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I distinctly remember. I wasn't even there when you guys shot. For some reason, I wasn't there when you
we
shot that
separately.
stuff.
I don't think I had met you at that point. Yeah.
We hadn't met yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first time I ever saw you in my life was when you guys were showing me the footage of what you'd shot with David and Jimmy. First of all, right off the bat, I was like, amazing and super funny that instead of having a man and a woman, it's just two men and one man is playing a woman. and then
Wait, who played the woman? Was it Jimmy?
Jimmy played the woman.
So good.
And I distinctly remember you eating a glazed donut and drinking a Budweiser.
Oh yeah,
and thinking that's a really funny choice in and of itself. Like
the combination of sugar and alcohol must have driven you crazy.
I was laughing.
me?
So I was ruining everything by laughing.
No,
We have I have
that's
that.
why I thought
have
it was so funny. And I do remember thinking, like, this man is, both these men are extra. And I knew Jimmy at that point, but I was like, this guy is also really, really, really funny. And then I think we probably met, honestly, the first time we shot something together.
I remember meeting you at like a bowling alley. Like we went bowling. Remember bowling? We used to go bowling for fun at
Remember
night.
social lives?
Yeah.
Remember sticking your fingers in a random ball, that everybody else.
Thousands of people had stuck their fingers in.
Yeah.
Sure.
But then and then eating fries,
and then eat fries, and not a care in the world.
No,
about it.
didn't matter. And guess what? We're all still here.
Yeah, we're all fine.
Yeah.
I met David at my interview for Sunny.
Yes.
David conducted my interview for Sunny.
Myself and Scott Martyr.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, David and Scott interviewed me, and I had to pitch a storyline to him, and I was very nervous because I had watched David on Sunny for a long time, and but he was very nice.
It was a warm room.
Yeah, it wasn't too intimidating. They were very nice. I mean, they weren't like overly generous, but I that would make me more nervous if I was like, oh, they think I need their laughs. And then he must have given me a good review because then I ended up meeting all you guys.
I ran into Rob's office like, I found her.
Do you have the shoe? Can we put it on her and see if it fits?
Get the shoe. Where is it?
I'm wearing it. Why are you wearing it? I don't know. I don't know. It felt good. It felt comforting. I need to re-examine something in myself. I won't take it off. She can go find her own shoe, that hag.
We're brought to you in part by Shopify.
Now, let me ask you boys a question. Are you afraid of scaling your business?
Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
Yes.
And can I be real with you too? What is scaling?
Well, honestly, the best way to do it is Shopify. Honestly, I mean, Shopify gives entrepreneurs the tools that a larger operation might have. So upstarts, startups, and established businesses alike can sell everywhere, synchronize online and in-person sales and effortlessly. Stay informed.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so Shopify makes it so that any business can succeed from down the street to around the globe.
Oh, no, it already powers millions and millions of businesses. I mean, from first sale to full scale.
Plus, you can reach customers across social networks like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and more.
Seems like the real deal here.
It absolutely is. So go to shopify.com/sunny, all lowercase, for a free 14-day trial and get full access to Shopify's entire suite of features.
Grow your business with Shopify today. Go to shopify.com/sunny right now. That is shopify.com/sunny.
This episode of the Always Sunny podcast is brought to you by McDonald's.
Per Meg's request.
Yeah. You see, I'm a details person, as you know. Mm-hmm. And here on the podcast, we like to dive into each episode of Sunny in detail. But you know what else is fun to discuss in detail?
I'm guessing you're going to say the McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich.
Bingo. Are you more of like a standard or a spicy or even a deluxe?
All right, here's the thing about me. If you know me, you know I love anything spicy, okay? That's easy for me.
No, I know I'm a deluxe guy. Now, whenever Caitlin and the kids are out of town, I go get one by myself, and then I'll watch myself eat it in the mirror. And I'll be like, yeah, you're doing this. You're doing this, bud, and you love it.
Well, look, there's an absolute time and place where nothing will suffice except a good old-fashioned McDonald's crispy chicken glory.
So what's the right answer? What crispy chicken sandwich build is best? Every single one.
This is making me very hungry. It's almost about lunchtime, and I want that McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich. You order ahead on the McDonald's app and try the sandwich that invented crispy, juicy, tender today.
App download and registration required.
Now, Meg, were we planning on watching some of David's highlights? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I've made a super cut of some of cricket's best moments so we can watch the de-evolution of cricket over the years.
It happens fast.
It does. And so
the curve
get that
goes
loaded up.
It's a steep.
from normal to
cartoon.
Insane. Not real.
I do remember noting how incredibly grounded your performance is in the very first episode that you're in the Miracle episode.
I feel like that's when you're like, for me, like that's when you're young actor. I mean, I'm not saying it's better or worse, but I'm saying as young actor, you're like, all right, I want to just not going to bring any kind of angle to this, just perform. Like when you go to acting school and you're like, I'm going to perform this as sincerely as possible.
Yeah.
And then as you find and as you keep going, you're like, oh, I got to kind of bring something to this a bit more. But I feel like acting school, you're like, no, do it as neutral as possible. Like I was probably in that mindset as well.
I was always afraid of being too big.
Right, exactly.
That was always my biggest fear. Like, don't be broad.
Yeah.
And then I would see other people do stuff that was big but wasn't broad, and I was like, well, how do you do that? How do you do something that's like really intense and big and boisterous or whatever, and have it not be feel broad?
You put a pancake on your face.
What's on the page, though, right? Like, you couldn't do that first episode of Matthew Mara, Big and Broad.
No, he's straight man.
He's a grounded kind of guy who takes his religion seriously. And then,
if you're a guest star on Sunny, you're probably the straight man.
Yeah, usually,
most of the time, yeah.
All right.
Here we go. Here we go. Here he is.
Oh, wow, it is you. Matthew Mara.
2006.
We were in physical therapy together twice a week after school.
You look the same.
You look exactly
That's
the same.
very upsetting.
I was the only other person in physical therapy with you. I wore the giant leg braces.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
with the leg braces.
Hey, what do we used to call you in high school? Rickety Cricket, dude. That's right, Rickety Cricket leg. His legs were...
Oh my God.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 10
I remember this was
years since my...
just a a box
On the
in like a
stage.
warehouse stage or something. And it's like, I don't even know what part of the stage it was. This was in, what was the name of the Hearst building or something?
Oh, yeah.
Was it downtown?
Herald Examiner.
The
Herald
Examiner.
yeah.
This is one of my favorite scenes with you, David, because it gives you just like a little prop business with the door open, which you're so good at, like just utilizing just so well the timing of
do love
the
this guy
will say,
any business.
I do love a good prop.
One of David's great talents is miming, so like
yeah,
when you're in
space work.
a writer's room with David, he will pretend to like eat a sandwich or something in a very detailed and hilarious way.
I had a runner where we do the food bit where it evolved from like eating a sandwich, but then it became like eating something and people would try to guess what it was, but doing it very weird. Like if I had, I would go like, and you're like, what are you doing?
It's
Like,
corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob.
that's corn on the cob.
Finding weird ways to do it where you're just,
I would have
always
thought that
twisting
move
it.
was an apple. You really kind of seem to scrape your teeth.
Yeah, you're
in a
scraping
downward
it.
Well,
motion.
he's scraping off he's scraping the corn off the cob. He's scraping off the kernels.
That's
I got
supposed to be a
that.
recurring bit. So
I got that.
Yeah. I have a good bit.
The
Speaking of
listeners
bits,
at home are loving a good miming bit.
I want you to know something. I love you. You are boss. Hey, Maddie.
What?
Open the door. Maddie, open the door. I love you.
I know that. Say 7 Hail Marys.
Hold on.
timing.
some door bits. There's some door bits.
It's so cruel too because
But I think
without context, you forget that she's just right. Wasn't she like trying to win a bet or something?
No.
I think she actually feels the things, right?
Well, she feels it right, and then she has it, and then she doesn't feel it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Once she gets it, she's like, oh, no, no,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
right, that's
actually
right.
want it. I just wanted you to want it.
What are you doing here? I thought about what you said, and I think you were right. I mean, in some weird way, this was God's plan for us. I mean, I had to become a priest to reconnect with you, and I had to leave the priesthood to have you.
Huh?
Mr. Reynolds, I'd like to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Done.
So that's the thing about Danny is you can act as much as you want in a scene with him, and then he
No.
says one word in this entire
just
scene.
lays
And
it.
it's like just done.
So good.
Done.
I think this is the day I met him for the first time.
really?
Yeah, I think I was like.
Do you remember what that was like?
I it was very quick. It was like, shaking his hand sort of, and then I'm in a scene with him all of a sudden, and then he says something like that, and you're like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Done.
It's a good
The
freeze.
timing.
Did you just say that you left the priesthood?
Yes, I had to.
Maddie, wow, you should not have done that.
What do you mean?
You should go and undo that right now.
So you don't love me?
Oh, Maddie,
Oh,
I
God.
think you are a great guy.
Why don't you go back to the priesthood?
I can't, okay? I can't. You can't just go back, Dee. Yeah, I want to become a priest again. You can't, okay?
But are you sure? Did you double check that?
Oh, my life is ruined.
That was season 2. So you were already a writer then. So were you like involved in coming up with like what Cricket's character was going to be, or did you come in as an actor and then join as a writer, or like
We didn't have a staff, and he wasn't like on the staff. We just
Second season,
know, or
no.
did-
I wrote a episode second season. Cricket came about because, well, I helped out on the the pilot stuff, the shooting early on. But then I remember Charlie was like, "Hey, we have do you want to be on the show? We have like this guest spot you could do season 1 here. I think we were at your house, like at a party or something, and I'm like, or do you want to? It's not like that big. Do you want to wait for something bigger?" And I was like, yeah, I'll wait for something bigger. So he offered me something, but then I don't know what it was. But and then you came back and you're like, we have something for you. And you guys had come up with it completely. We're gonna call you Rickety Cricket.
Yeah.
Braces. I
wonder what the first thing was that
I don't know. Yeah.
The first thing
it was
that what?
probably just some straight man guest star thing that was
probably
like,
just-
do you want to be the guy at the bank kind of
Yeah,
idea? But
totally.
Oh, the first. Yeah.
but so then the second season, so at the same time I had sold a show, and you got, and it's like at the same time we'd
the
both,
other mall.
Yeah, we had both worked on stuff separately. Like I had helped out with your thing, but I had sold my own thing, and then you guys were like, guess what? We sold, Sunny to FX, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Guess what? I just sold this pilot to Fox, and you guys were like, oh, Fox, that's way better. That's like, that's real.
Real TV.
That's real TV.
Yeah, that's the major leagues.
Yeah.
Cut that.
Well, it turned.
Yeah, no, it
changed.
worked out. It worked out.
It turns out
We're not on the
it's
other
all
mall.
Fox.
We're not on the other mall podcast. You know what I mean?
Guess what? I own it all, fuckers. Going back to the Luis Guzman multicam that I did, you also did one called The Mullets.
Yeah.
That you were.
Yes, my name. We wore
You can?
mullets, and we had mullets, and our last name was Mullet.
Was that after the Luis Guzman show?
Sure.
Yeah, you
I'm
wore
just-
mullets and your last name was Mullet.
Yeah.
Was it before
mullet was on
or
the
brother's
after
mullet.
the Guzman show?
See, that's why when I said that, I was thinking, well, maybe I'd already done that.
It was before.
It's about all around the same time.
Obviously the second episode we filmed for the pilot stuff before it was a show, for Sony was a show, I was the joke was I was the famous friend because I had been on the Mullets.
No, it was because you had been
We're on
6 feet under.
6 feet under.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were stoked.
Yeah.
We were stoked to get you because you did 3 episodes of 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
Didn't you do 3? Am I making that up?
I did.
Something
I
like
can't
that?
even
It
remember
was an
how many.
arc.
A couple.
Yeah, it was an
You
arc.
had an
it was
arc. You had a little
It was an
arc.
Yeah.
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 Actually, can we just talk about those early days a little bit? The fact that when the very first version of the home movie, Rob didn't want to be in it. He wanted to just write and direct. And so you played the character Rob. Do you remember, is there anything you remember from those early days that...
I remember, I remember he didn't want to be in it and asked me to do it. But I remember filming it and feeling like I didn't quite get exactly sometimes what you guys were going for. You know, it was very much your sense of humor. And obviously you should have been playing the part. But I do remember we went to a nail salon and we told... You guys set it up. We're like, all right, we're gonna go to this nail salon, and we told them we're filming it for your birthday or something.
We said
party?
it's our buddy's birthday. We're just doing a whole day where we're treating him to all these different things, and we're filming it all. And we want to have him get his nails done. He want to get him a mani-pedi for his birthday, and we're gonna film it. And they were like, fine. Yeah,
you were just trying to. We were just trying to. If we needed a location, that was always the. You had to hustle, and you're either paying someone to be like, "Hey, can we film here?" and we'll pay you some money, or you lie to them, and they're like,
do that kind of shit. Then you want people coming in with a boom and stuff.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. And it's 4 other people.
In a town that's very hip to it,
Yeah. Well, and there's people giving you mani-pedi and. We're doing the same shot over and over, and you're saying the same line.
I'm answering the phone, and I say, "Go for Jesus," but I feel so uncomfortable in the situation. It's almost like you never. Sometimes you just didn't quite get it. You're like, because I just, hey, go for Jesus. I'm looking at the camera. No, but I do remember the scene in the coffee shop where you have cancer and Rob is copying you to study you and not quite getting the right comedic quality of it. And then the second time you guys were going to shoot it, because you persevered, you got some no's in regards to it didn't look good. You guys shot it again. You wanted to do it again. Rob called me up and I couldn't do it at the time. And I was like, why don't you play it anyway? And so I remember when I saw that same scene, you guys reshot it. I was like, oh, that's right. I get it now, So I kind of remember it being I also remember wearing a sock on my penis. There was that.
What?
Sure.
There was nudity.
There was nudity in the
nudity.
There was.
I confront you in the kitchen.
It's when you come out of the bathroom
Yeah.
and I'm trying to get you to examine my foot.
Yeah.
Or was that only?
That's right.
Yeah, because I've got I'm
It was a
worried
closed
that there's
set.
some
It
kind
was
of
just
a fungus.
It was just
We
the three
wound
of
up
us.
redoing it, but you stayed in your underwear, or no? We
Yes.
just cut that scene.
Yeah, we put you in
different
tidy whitey kind of
Yeah.
situation, and yeah.
Yeah, the career always starts with a sock over the penis.
That was
But it
where,
really starts when the sock comes off the penis.
but that was where Did You Get Your Shot came from.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did you get your shot?
Mr. Producer.
Mr. Producer, did you get it? Did you get everything you need?
That's our running bit about being
David came
exploited.
out it was just the 3 of us in an apartment. And I was like, David, I mean, it says in the script that you're naked, so I guess you gotta get naked. Again, maybe this is it's a bunch of dudes and we're friends. It was not an abusive situation,
No.
but
No.
But then he was like, well, how am I gonna show my ass?
Yeah.
When I turn around, you're gonna see my dick. And I was like, I'll shoot above it. And he's like, I don't trust you. And I was like, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either. That's smart. And he puts a sock on, and then We shot it, and I stayed above it because who wants to see a sock? And then afterwards, he put on a robe, and we were like, "All right, you good?" And he just turned to us and goes, "Did you get your shot, Mr. Producer? I hope you're happy. Get your shot.
May I have my free soup now?"
I remember at 6 Feet Under, they gave me a robe because I was supposed to be making out with Michael C. Hall in the bed, and someone like came in before, like after rehearsal, and they're like, "Here's your robe," and I'm like, "Thanks." But do I get naked? What is this? I don't know what's happening. You know, like no one broke it down for me. So I'm like, all right, we're in the house in the valley, and I'm like, I go into this bathroom and I change into the robe, and I'm like, do I do underwear? What is this? And I get into the robe and I come out, and there's no one there yet. Like it's still, and I'm like in a very like fine thin robe, just feeling like in the real life.
Oh, a thin
very
one.
very thin robe, and there's no one to joke about. Did you get your shot? Just more like a cold, harsh like reality of like, what am I doing? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna wait till someone says get the robe on. And change back, and never had to wear the robe. Just took off the shirt. But it's those moments, you know.
Yeah.
That was before. What do you call it? The intimacy coordinator,
which is great because it is amazing how often it like any kind of sex scene was treated, or nudity was treated like you would when you're a 14-year-old boy. Everybody's like afraid to talk about it. Everybody's like giggling, even if it's a closed set. There's no conversation happening. And like if David, even somebody like David, is intimidated about what he's supposed to do. Imagine like a younger person who's on set and is like,
well, he was a younger person. I mean, that was what? I mean, what year was that?
20 something.
Right? You're probably in your early mid 20s, right?
Yeah. Here you go, doll.
Put it on, gorgeous.
Put this on, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember we had an intimacy coordinator on Mr. Quest because we did an episode with some sex dreams, and they asked, because there's one with your two characters having a sex dream, and they asked if you guys wanted an intimacy coordinator, and you're like, no, we're good. We're good.
That'll just make it weird.
Yeah. Haven't we all done the cock sock on Sunny?
I've definitely done it. I've definitely done
it too for the ski episode.
Yeah, we've all.
For which one?
The one, the ski slope.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
What did you do?
It's like the 80s movie sex scene thing, and so it's just a bunch of gratuitous
gets it
sex
on with the
sax.
Does Danny do a sock for when he does?
Danny definitely has had the sock.
Well, when he comes out of the couch, did he have
oh my God,
Lethal Weapon, and also Lethal Weapon.
Yes.
Oh, and Quarantine when he's like, oh no, he had underwear on.
We used to get Danny naked a lot.
It's real funny.
Hey, I got an idea. Should we look at your very last clip of David just to see
just the full thing and then go back?
Just to see what
that's a good idea.
How different
that's a good idea actually. Yeah, I like that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh right.
That's good. It's there's no real hair or face left. It's just everything's
go from the
funny.
priest to this guy with the milky eye.
Where did we land on the cassava?
I think you can eat it, man. I think we're done with it.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat it, Cricks. It's full of loads.
We knew it. We knew it.
I was not in the same scene with Danny, by the way, there. That was shot separately.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, how come?
Did a good job
I think
of marrying that.
I think you were actually
I was unavailable.
You were unavailable.
Yeah.
Conflict.
Yeah.
You big timed us.
Yeah.
You big timed
Felt
Danny
good.
DeVito.
It
It
felt
feels good to
good, yeah.
big time a guy like Danny DeVito, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I might be playing the lowest of low, but every now and then I get
Sure.
one in. Get
That's
a
right.
shot in.
Allow me to introduce Patty.
His face.
Yeah.
Everybody in the neighborhood knows, everybody loves. The gay that will rip in all the gays. Cricket. Hey.
Going for it.
I had to vamp because there was so much space. I found myself like in the moment,
much
like,
tree
oh,
leather.
I can't just jump out and do a reveal. Like he's a good 15 feet ahead of me, so I really gotta.
Yeah.
What the hell, Frank? Where's Mac?
Mac's out.
Why?
Well, I think he's gone back in the closet.
God damn it, you had one job. Get the gay man to dance on the gay float. It's not that hard.
We got a problem. Dennis doesn't want to drive. Now he's thinking he's claustrophobic under there. What is Cricket doing here?
Because Frank blew it.
Oh, come on, man. You had one job.
That's what I said.
Cricket's gonna do the dance. Dance, Cricket. Go.
No.
Oh, God, no. Come on, man. He looks like a monster.
This one I fasted for a little bit, or I did the.
Are you trying to lose a little weight?
Because I'm like, I got to be in my leathers. You know,
You gotta look good in your leathers.
You got to look good in your leathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And thank God you had that outfit at home, because like we would have been screwed. Like we didn't have it, and so Dave was like, I got it. I have something that might work, and then
I was in the trunk of my Honda.
I just stopped by Rough Trade.
Lady, I'm not going anywhere until I see an Abraham Lincoln. What is this? What is this?
Like 73 cents?
No, I said Abraham Lincoln.
There's a bunch of Lincolns in there.
Oh, those are pennies.
Okay, you want to give it back to me?
No, hold on.
I love that you fasted for this, even though then you put lesions on your body. Like you're like, I want to look good, but then they put
those
like
are all
so
tapeworm
open
scars,
sores.
right?
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
Ringworms.
Well, I want to be true to the
ringworm
character.
scars.
You know, I wouldn't be, you know.
You wouldn't have extra.
I wouldn't have that
baggage.
extra.
No, Cricket's gonna do the dance. Dance, Cricket. Go
No,
ahead,
no,
dance.
no. Oh, God, no. He looks like a...
Why don't we play one from this season?
From what?
This very last season.
Oh, I don't think we have.
I don't
that.
think you were in.
I don't think.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
weren't
you know,
in.
You know what? That's
last
right.
season.
I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was his
you were
point.
just trying to bring
that
that
was
up.
his
talk
point.
about it. This is an
That was his
intervention.
point.
And it was a really
This is
good
an intervention.
season this year, I
Yeah,
sort
it
of
was
feel
great.
like. You know,
It
was
was
like,
one of our best in
we
years.
kind of put it back on the rails in a way. And
Right.
I'm starting to see
Maybe budget-wise, because you didn't have to do the makeup, but
so
otherwise.
much ringworm makeup.
I'm gonna do this.
There we go.
Probably
Yeah,
a low
PTSD.
point for Cricks here.
Yeah.
So with the
tough
burned
one.
face, if you remember, we burned the face, and then we
much.
talked about the face being a little too grotesque.
I wanted it to be full, like half a face
Hamburger
of Freddy
face.
Krueger.
Yeah.
Like Freddy Krueger half face, and I was like, I didn't see a problem with it. You guys were like, it's really disturbing to look at, and I'm like, yeah, it's fucking amazing. I think that was one of those things we could not agree on, but you guys were on the same page. I wanted it to be as grotesque as
I
possible.
can't remember. I don't remember that.
Yeah, so we softened it a bit with the notion that, well, it probably healed over a little bit over time.
Yeah, sure.
Just a
Yeah,
little
sure. It
bit.
would heal some.
Are we ready to party tonight? So am I. All right, we're gonna see some skin tonight. Yeah,
He's got
stars and all. This
a scar from a stolen organ.
I got a good story behind that. This is, they took out the kidney, actually. That was the first time that I really thought, hey, I might actually, I might die and, hey, no one's gonna remember.
All right, hey.
Back to the show. It's cold, dark blue marble we colored. All right, anyway.
Anyways, seems like the type of thing that they just wouldn't even script for you. They'd just be like, yeah, just start telling sad
I don't think we
stories.
did.
No, I think
we
a lot of
did.
us
I think it was
we
you
just
come
made
in,
it up.
announce it.
I remember Rob being like,
All
you know,
this.
and he'll turn right now. He'll just show what passes for him for an ass, and it's like insulting my body in front of everyone else. It's fine. It's all part of the show.
You gotta fake it. Like, trust me, no one will even know. I mean, on the streets, you gotta fake. You know what I mean? If you're orgasming, you fake it. You know, the guys that don't fake. Listen.
What do you mean you fake it? You don't know your Latin anymore?
No, don't worry about it. I can sell anything, you know? You know how many times I fake on the streets? The orgasms, the O's, you know? You have to fake. The guys that don't fake, they're the ones that get it the worst. Those are the guys that don't survive. So I fake.
You fake. Are you telling me? Are you telling me that? You fake orgasm like on the street? When people rape you, you fake an orgasm so that the rape lasts a shorter amount of time to yourself?
Sometimes you don't fake it. Well, sometimes you don't fake it because it's so good. Well, sometimes you don't fake it.
Okay.
And it just ends naturally.
Okay. Craig, it's like anything we can do to have you not talk about like sucking penises or getting raped in the butt.
Just keeps popping up.
Oh, Jesus.
I honestly don't know which part was scripted, where we started breaking off from it, but
Yeah, it's hard to
pretty
remember.
early on. I don't think any of this stuff about faking it.
I think the faking thing, and then we all saw an opportunity there.
Yeah, it just kind of kept going. Yeah,
and then
build.
it kept going.
A whisper conversation is always funnier than the full volume conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny day on set because we found that riff and we just could not keep a straight face. Yeah. That scene and then maybe the lemon scene we were breaking up at.
Yeah,
for sure.
The podcast scene.
Oh, we could not keep it together with you doing that. Sucking on the lemon and be like,
Yeah, maybe we should just be watching the bloopers from David because he made you guys laugh so much. Here we go. This is the actual scene.
Yeah,
I love the
we
scene.
wind up with?
I love this scene for you guys, really. The 3 wars? Two wars?
There's going to be something surreal about doing a podcast while watching this scene.
What was the premise of the podcast? That you guys could just be as interesting as on the radio? And
well, I think at the time, we were like probably thinking that podcasts were kind of stupid. You know, it was basically like the average person thinking that they can do what people do on the radio and be just as entertaining and being like, and you don't even have to resort to all that dumb shit, all the stupid sound effects and all that kind of shit. Like, we just need to have an interesting conversation. We'll be 10 times more interesting than those personalities on the radio, which is what we're doing now.
Okay, all right, well, listen, let's get into the issues here. We're going to start rolling on this.
Oh, no. I am not saying another word until I get the chicken.
I lied about the chicken, Chris.
Are you kidding me?
I lied about bullshit.
Oh my God, unbelievable. Why do I even trust you?
All right, wait a minute. Here, I do have something for you. Lemons.
Lemons?
Yeah, you suck on them.
Come on, give me the crackers.
No, suck on a lemon.
He's got crackers. He won't even give them.
Yeah.
So this is the first lemon scene that we've introduced lemons.
Yes.
Dennis and D. Reynolds here. We are talking about the homeless issue here in Philly. That's a big issue these days. And we're here with our friend Cricket. He is a homeless man. Cricket, walk us through a day in your life.
Oh, day in the life. Well, the other morning, I wake up, I find a dog sniffing at my wound. He's fully aroused, mind you.
Your reactions. The reactions of everyone.
He's looking at me right in the eyes. He does not have to say it. Not that he could. That is dark. That is really dark. I mean, does my scar look like a dog vagina?
Let me see it. Turn it over this way.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and try to get inside the head of a dog. You know, that's not my job. That's God's. Who doesn't exist, by the way. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and try to get inside the head of a dog. You just lay there and you let this dog do his business. This guy could be feral. You know what I mean? They have that on the street.
That's good stuff.
This is a great. David, this is The Gang Cracks the Liberty Bell. Did you write this episode too?
Yes.
I think you did write this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wrote
so,
it.
yeah.
I was trying to remember if I wrote it with like Marta and Roselle, but no. Yeah, I wrote it, and
did you write them spitting in your face into the script?
yes, I think I remember coming up with that, and being like, she could spit in my face because it was D spitting in my face
And
first.
I
I
spit in
think,
your face too, because D does it.
and then it became a
Amusing.
runner, and I'm like, it's one of those weird things where you're like, you know, it's best, but like. She will be spitting in my face if I do this, if I type
and you're
this, and
gonna
they're
have
gonna
to
love
get
it. They're gonna love that
There's
I've
no way
written
they're
something
not
where
gonna
like
do it.
everyone spits in my face. So it's definitely going in. Like, all right, but yeah, when you're on the day and it's just take 4, let's do it again. Oh, okay. Oh.
Whoa! Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Okay, my face right now. Oh, okay. Okay. It's okay. That one was in my eye.
I'm really sorry. That was huge.
Yeah, that's you know what, we don't
that's fucking great.
And then we blew your
head.
Yeah.
Yes,
and your
we
head
did.
explodes in that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you guys all gotten cast of your heads?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a very claustrophobic
it's
experience.
not
I'm wondering
great.
if I would ever do it again. If I just be
They
like,
don't really do
I'm
that
not doing
anymore.
it.
It's a laser scan now.
Yeah. I liked it.
Wow.
I weirdly liked it. I had to get a cast in my head for The Strangers because I got half my face blown off in that movie.
That appeals to your quicksand fantasies.
Oh yeah. Do you want to be smothered? Is that what we're hearing?
Smother me.
You gotta smother. Smother. Kid.
No, I don't. I like. It's like, have you ever had like an MRI? Is it an MRI where you have to go in the thing and it beeps and bloops at you and you're like in the thing and they're like, okay, just you're going to be in there for a little while. And I've had it done twice and I loved it. Both times. I loved it. I loved being in like a little small space. It's so weird to.
Yeah, I find it a little comforting.
I find it comforting.
Yeah.
It gets hard and then it gets really hot, right? It heats
Yeah, and they
up.
just put like
And they put
what do
straws.
they put, like straws in
you
your
really, someone maybe holds your hand, or something like, hey, it's okay. Just you didn't have the hand holding thing?
No one was holding my hand.
Is that your wife that provided that service or just a random nurse?
This is
just like a random prop guy.
This is a
Like,
special effects house.
Hey, buddy, don't worry, we're here.
Are you sure it was? Are you sure it was his hand?
No, she was like, don't worry.
His hand did feel like a cock. This is a weird
I'm sorry,
shaped hand.
This is a weird hand.
That is a hard hand.
It's an extremely hard hand.
That is a hard, thin hand.
Pipe?
He keeps spitting on his hand.
Is this a real prop house? Yeah, David never showed up here. I went in the wrong door. It's changed my
Somebody
life.
just poured clay on your face and then had you jack him off.
Hey guys, my name's David. I'm an actor. SAG, obviously.
I feel like
I'm
a
here
line
for
of
the
sex dolls, and it's just your face. Like
the live cast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna pour stuff on my face and
Yeah, you're gonna do something with my
come
head.
in.
Oh yeah.
We
We're
sure
gonna do
are,
something
buddy.
with my head, yeah.
Come on in.
There you are. What are you doing? From a musical. I'm writing a musical, you guys. It's about life on the streets. Archangel has to live on the streets and fight crime.
Well, that's great. Where are our drugs?
Archangel.
I sold the drugs. Good. Give us the money. Spent the money on these sweet-ass kettle drums. Look at these. Those are trash cans. Trash cans, Cricket. Oh, these are trash cans? Then why do they sound like this?
Throw our drug money on 2 garbage cans?
No.
As if cocaine's like a hallucinogen or something.
There is some left. You guys are yelling like crazy and I can't compute. Oh, don't do all of it though, because I still gotta write the 7th act. It's kind of all up here.
Cricket, come on, back to the box.
Let's go. I'm not going anywhere without these kettle drums.
All right, bring your trash.
Oh, yeah, don't forget the trash
I'm
cans.
bringing the trash cans. Watch. The crack addicts though, they will cut you. That's a pop. That's a pop. That's a pop.
Oh, this is some of your most iconic stuff.
Yeah, this is what gets commented on a
I'm
lot.
going out. I'm going guns blazing.
Rise up, gonna get higher and higher.
Was that written? Did you make
That was Rob
up?
Rosell. No, Rob Rosell, I was doing that bit in the room.
Gonna get higher and higher.
Yeah, did they write this episode, Rosell and Martyr?
They were a big part of
the writers.
Sure.
Yeah, so that was definitely fed to me by Rob Rosell and is hilarious.
But you got to make it sexy. I think is one of the most enduring.
Got to make it sexy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nips and
I feel like the
hips and nips.
specificity of a rotisserie chicken felt Roselle.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Lemons, or Martyr, but like those two guys.
Crickety Cricket.
Hey,
Looking good, bro.
thanks, man. I'm almost done. You guys, you gotta make it sexy. Hips and nips. Otherwise, I'm not eating.
There it is. Big pink
Yeah.
nips.
Big
Big pink
nice.
nips.
Oh,
Let's talk
yeah.
about those nips for a second.
Yeah.
Have you ever
What do you wanna know?
tried to figure out what size coin fits on your nip?
No, I haven't.
No, have you not?
you?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
No, it's not a thing. That's
It's a
a smaller
website.
nip, so you dime size?
dime nips.
Get them
Yeah,
dime
I was
nips,
surprised
baby.
by that.
No, I joke about it
Nickel
because like
nips.
Jill used to, I don't know, Jill used to say like you've got dime nips, like she would always say that. And so one day we took a dime and I was like, let's just see if a dime is it, and it was exactly a dime.
Eisenhower nip.
Daddy, are we leaving for?
What is
Daddy's measuring his nips with a coin, honey. I'll be right there. Just give us a sec. I'm gonna do one right now, and this is
Okay.
a product that I genuinely love. Athletic Greens.
I've been taking my Athletic Greens AG1 green powder literally every day.
Now, Charlie, you say you feel so great and renewed after you take it. It's given you somewhat of an alter ego. Yes?
Yep. Yeah, the guy's called Greens, man. Right? He emerges now after I've had my morning scoop of AG1 with 12 ounces of water. He just kind of takes over.
Like the Hulk.
The Hulk looked like he was doping, right? But Green Man It's all about staying lean.
Yeah, well, look, I imagine it helps that AG1 has less than a gram of sugar. Yeah, no GMOs and no nasty chemicals or anything artificial, actually.
This is very inspiring.
So like we said, bro, to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase.
All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/sunny.
That's athleticgreens.com/sunny to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Well, there are so many cricket scenes that we could watch, and we have watched a few, but I also have some fan questions to ask you. So
I'm also curious about David's note cards. So I don't want to just blow right
I also
by
want to hear what's
that.
on the note cards.
Let's
What
do
you wanna
fan-
do?
Oh, what is it?
Fan
A
questions
lull?
first?
Yeah,
Let's do a little bit of both.
Well,
We haven't
what's
had a
on those
lull.
cards, man? I'm just curious. Like,
No,
All right, let's do that first.
It was just topics. If,
what do you
if
got?
I was gonna, if every day is a gift, then open up your present and enjoy.
Well, what's
That's
your
not a
question?
topic. That's more of a...
No, these were like points I was gonna make in like a TED talk.
Great.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, what else you got?
Yeah,
I wasn't listening. What was
That
it
was
again?
good.
create the Netflix algorithm for life. What do you want to see on your homepage?
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
I like
This is
that,
good
man.
stuff.
This
yeah.
is
just because
great.
people tune in to
Yeah.
hear,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
reflect
To
on
learn.
like
Wisdoms.
To
Yeah,
learn.
wisdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a learning podcast.
Stop parenting your kids and start kidding your parents. I just feel like sometimes they just rearrange things. So.
Yeah. It's just
yeah,
whatever the
that's
backwards
good.
is.
That's good.
Starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about. I mean, there's more, but you want?
I'm enjoying them.
Yeah,
I like
I
these.
could go
I like
for
these a
another
lot.
one.
A bear market in your love life is a bull market in self-reflection.
I can't sort that
It's
one out.
time to
Yeah.
look at
Time
yourself.
yeah. Got it. Yeah.
I don't got
Yeah,
it.
I don't know enough about the markets.
So were these
I
to
don't know enough
create
about
a
bears.
lull or to fill one?
What are some fan questions?
What are some fan questions?
Yeah, fan questions. Let's go.
Fan questions.
Did you
okay,
get a lot of similar ones? And this
Well,
there's
and
not
you're
a lot of
asking the
fans.
most
Yeah, I'm asking. So, yeah, we got a
from
lot.
the three of them.
Yeah. And I averaged them out into some of these questions, and then I picked my favorites. What's been your favorite or most bizarre fan interaction working on Sunny?
Probably the time someone showed me their tattoo of me on their ankle
Wow.
was
Whoa.
just. I'm sure you guys have had some interaction where someone has maybe through the internet like posted a tattoo of some Sunny
the
thing.
internet, but I
on
don't
the
think
internet,
I've ran
yeah.
into someone in person with it.
I have seen some. I feel like I've seen them live before, but I'm
Maybe
yeah.
I have.
At the premiere when we had fans come and it wasn't just like
Yeah.
industry people.
Mhm.
Remember that year?
Yeah.
This was great. There was a bunch of people in the bar afterwards in the party, and this dude showed me his tattoo.
What phase of cricket was it?
It was fourth season, third season, when I'm got the tin foil and I'm going like that,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
maybe like when Dee's pregnant kind of area.
I thought that was quarantine. Oh no, that's the PCP joint
Yeah.
thing.
Did not think anyone ever get a tattoo of me on their
Wow.
on their ankle. I mean, he had a lot of tattoos. To be fair, it wasn't like the only one, but yeah,
That's a
I'd say
pretty
that's
good
the
one.
weirdest.
Here's another question. What was cricket doing during quarantine? Which do you remember? We had an idea for this in the room.
I had, yeah. I think I thrived during quarantine.
Yes.
And I had a rickshaw company to deliver things, and I was running my own rickshaw.
What I remember was that we were realizing that because everything was remote work, that you just put up like a background behind yourself. And you were able to like have a real job because nobody knew that you didn't have a home.
Amazing.
And so we were going to play the thing that the cricket actually got quite successful during quarantine because having a home wasn't like necessary.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
needed a backdrop.
I would think I'd be thriving because everyone's getting everything delivered, and I've caught everything, so it doesn't matter
Yeah,
to me.
I feel
So
like
I'm
you'd
just
be-
rickshawing whatever, and I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm more flush than ever.
Yeah.
Business as usual.
Yeah.
COVID's
Weird
got to be
as
worried
hell.
about catching you.
I'm not aware of it.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there still hope for cricket and D? Which maybe is a question for everybody here.
Well, that's
There's
just
always a
flag.
chance. If that whiteboard is empty long enough, we'll fill it with something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, can you have such a journey where then you somehow come back around to the very beginning in some way and Cricket and Dee get together and have a child. And I don't know.
End it like in a Shakespearean way where all the people wind up back with each other. And
Right. If we're at the lowest point of the movie, in a sense, of the story, are we going to have a...
We're at our, midway.
Well, maybe
we haven't got
gets...
to the lowest point yet.
Do you remember what was your hardest day of filming, Sonny? What was like the most difficult thing to shoot?
I do remember that when we did the Birds of War, I got stuck talking to Rob for like a straight 45 minutes. And that was tough.
For real?
Yeah, that was tough. He's like, he didn't have anything to do or something. And like,
You caught me in one of those periods where
yeah, he was talking about his future or something. I was like,
that was when he was going through his cocaine phase too. So it was like,
that was tough. That was
Guys,
tough.
these things gonna be like digital coins. It's gonna be like,
Yeah, and he was like, I don't have to paint these abs on, And I was like, okay, yeah. And he's like, it's just because.
And then you try to walk away. It's like,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
No, I would say that when we were shooting Birds of War, I do remember almost fainting weirdly, which I've never experienced in my life. I don't know why, but I think we were just rehearsing or something.
Did somebody say something that offended you, and you were like, and then you just,
I didn't have my pearls, but
Your corset was too tight, I think, that day. That was what happened.
Oh, yeah, you squeezed your corset too tight.
Well, it happens, every now and then.
Sure.
I wanted to look good for the camera.
the robes were too much, too hot in the robes.
But there's not a better place to be if you're going to faint than on a wrestling mat. What I was. But I went to my knees like, I think I'm like... has anyone ever fainted for real?
I have, yeah.
Yes.
And that sort of like closing in feeling where I'm like, what's going on? But I
pushed through.
Managed to push through it.
Yeah.
And then I look over and Rob's like,
what happened? Somebody handed you a turkey sandwich and got your blood sugar back up and you were good to go, or what?
Making fun of the fact I don't eat meat.
Sorry, tofurkey.
This joke brought to you by 1985. Next question.
Is there anything you do to prepare yourself when you're getting back into the character of Cricket? Do you have any like thing that you do to kind of capture the...
I do like 3.5 hours of makeup in a chair.
Yeah.
That's about it.
To get this.
Yeah.
You definitely put the most makeup on of anyone in this show. It's a big transformation.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You've committed, most seasons you've committed and grown.
Yeah,
like
at what
you
point?
grow it out.
No, that is true.
At
You're
what
not
point do you start growing out that beard?
Yeah, like 2 months ahead, I'll start growing it out.
2 months before the writer's room starts? Or in the writer's room?
Well, the writer's room's just like 2 months.
Yeah, right. So
did you grow it this year?
I did grow it this year.
Oh.
Yeah. Grew it out, expecting a storyline, kept pitching him.
People say.
Rickshaw. He's in a rickshaw.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Cricket could be in the monkey episode.
You were in the monkey episode for like a minute.
Yeah.
In like one draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we realized we've already got a monkey, so.
We already have one monkey, so.
No, I did want. Yeah, I wanted to be the guy that's like, oh, you're gonna give the monkey? Come on, I can do it. Let me.
right.
And then remember there was that video of like one monkey gets like a grape while the other gets.
That's right.
A veggie or something like that, and the other monkey's really pissed, and so I wanted to be the like, you're gonna give him a grape, and you're gonna give me a lemon. That bullshit. You got to give us both the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
competing with a monkey.
Do that. But yeah, no, I do grow out my facial hair, and then what was I gonna say about that? I grow out my facial hair, and that takes. And I learned that when I did Joe Schmo, that they asked me because I was on 6 Feet Under. Hey, this guy that it was like a we're reality show, fake reality show. We had a mark, and like he said he's a fan of 6 Feet Under, so we're afraid he might recognize you possibly. Can you grow out your facial hair? And I've never grown it out. I had never grown it out, and I was like, I don't think I can. Or in college I tried to, but I tried growing out for that, and to my surprise, like this full, like nothing here, but this full beard grew, goatee grew. So
you don't grow here.
I can't grow anything here, but so yeah, I grow it out for that, and that's why it's always a goatee because I got nothing else. But yeah.
But it comes in so thick and hearty there, yeah.
It sure does.
Yeah, so that's about all the preparation.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for being on the podcast today. And so I brought you something as a little thank you here, which is this nice bag.
Oh, we got you a bag of lemons.
Come on. Let's do a lemon bit. Let's do a lemon bit real quick.
On, David.
Let's do a lemon bit.
But is there like
an
actual paycheck or?
No, I don't think so, David.
Not really how podcasts work. Yeah.
Does that?
We don't really make.
So we don't make any money. You guys don't make any money on this.
Not enough for you. Like not enough.
Yeah,
to
like we don't make
share.
money. Like you
Right.
don't make money.
Don't you understand
yeah.
the economics of podcasts? You know, you come on, you get to
provide entertainment.
No, but then you get to
yourself.
promote yourself and what projects.
I'm on your
what are
project.
other Mr. Quest.
I'm on your
Mr.
project.
Quest.
I'm just be promoting you.
Chris.
You are and you are. You know what I mean?
you know?
Sometimes you.
I mean, season 15 you weren't, and you know, that's.
This is like leverage. You were like, you're saying, hey, we can do this without you. You know?
I'm just
Okay, I
saying,
see.
Cricket.
Just suck on this lemon right, and you know you might have a job next year, Cricket.
Well, let me see.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your actual reaction to sucking on that thing?
Like that.
Yeah, it's still funny.
Still funny. Still funny.
Still funny.
Still funny.
Yep.
David Hornsby, everybody.
Hornsby,
David Hornsby, still funny.
Thanks so
Still
much.
funny. Still funny.
Funny. There he goes. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, he's gone. Sandy
He's
Duncan.
turned
Back
back.
again.
He's gone now.